Hello, orienteering friends. Welcome to another race recording. This time it was like greater region race for whole Bohemia, if I'm not mistaken. It was near village Tuzin, uh, north of Yichin. Here I'm at the start. Some of the kids were really excited, it seems. So this was a long course, basically. I'm running category M40, so part of the video will be sped up. Like here now, basically, I just decided to go along this small path or vehicle path, let's say. I ran all the way to the path, to the end of the path, and then I crossed the valley. And as you can see, the control number one, it's a small flattened part, and there is a small like erosion gully or kind of a small valley. So I basically went and oriented myself to to that direction. So now I will kind of speed it up. At this point, I already saw this kind of shallow valley, and so I knew that I'm on a right track to the control. I climb on this little, not how to call it, a ridge, no, maybe edge of the small valley. It was very, maybe not very steep, but it was a steep climb, so I wasn't really running at this point. I was already exhausted. But now to control number two, I decided just to follow the contour and tried to keep my direction. And yeah, this like this green area in front of me, it was fairly easily passable. It wasn't that of a struggle, so I was a bit afraid of it. I was considering going down around it, but then I thought that it's not a good idea because I would lose a lot of height and I would have to climb it again. As you can see, the trees are a bit grown up, so and they are not as close together, so it was kind of okay. And yeah, here I got entangled in some blueberry vines. Anyways, here I think I still got a pretty good direction, so I will speed it up a little bit. It shouldn't be too long because you know, from this point I kind of already saw the next non-passable forest, let's say. So from this point I already knew that which direction I should run, but I was climbing slowly, as you can see. I was barely climbing, so it wasn't the best execution, let's say. And of course I was avoiding some parts, but here because I didn't saw the control, and I also saw that I'm here at there was a vehicle road, so I knew that I have to go more up, Maybe I even saw the control very quickly. Somewhere here I already saw the control and shouted to that boy. So not a big loss here. But now here comes, I think, my first mistake, let's say. I didn't read the map properly, or maybe I just didn't want it to lose height, whatever. But I think I should have gone down the road, and I should have taken the road that is like from the left side of this hill. Instead I ran upwards a little bit, and finally here I started to read the map properly, so I realized that this was not the best decision. Maybe I didn't realize it, whatever. But I knew that I have to go down somewhere. I think I should have done it here at this part where there is a runnable forest. But I also saw this runnable forest in front of me, and yeah, I was thinking I will do that, but it wasn't very good for running. At least, you know, there is, as you can see on the map, there is this small creek or stream, and it was very steep there, so that was not a good decision here at the start to number 3, which was one of the first long legs. Anyways, I kind of lost some time here, but at the end it appeared that it wasn't that much, you know, like I lost maybe 1 minute 40 to the first runner when going to this third control. So this was the problematic part where I think I did a mistake because I didn't read the map properly, but somehow I managed to fix it. I also wanted to point out another, you know, problematic part. So I will come back a little later, but maybe not. You know, I will get there soon. So let's just bear with me a little bit longer. So here we had on our map we had these refreshment stations marked, and there is one more like 100 meters in front of me, and here I was already starting to look for entry to this valley where the stream is, because I knew that I have to go there eventually. The issue I had here was like distinguishing which is the left and which is the right. I don't know why exactly, but maybe my map was not properly oriented, and I was kind of having trouble reading it because it was 1 to 15,000 scale, and my eyesight is probably not as good, so right now I was looking at the map and trying to figure out which way to go. Also, there were a lot of logs lying around, so I was avoiding that. So here I knew that I want to go along some creek, but at first I was thinking that I will go to the left. I don't know why I climbed here when I wanted to go left, but at least here at the top I finally realized that I need to go to the right side, that the, the stream on my right side is the right one. It's the one that I have to follow. So I just passed this clearing. I think now I'm at the decision point. Yeah, here I made the wrong decision, but now I corrected myself and went the right direction. Yeah, as you can see, I'm still kind of like I feel like I'm a newbie because normally people more experienced will do this decision more quickly. I have to stop and look at the map, so sometimes I'm missing this kind of flow, you know, like you are still running, you are constantly reading the map, adjusting, and I feel that I'm kind of missing it, but I try to compensate it with you know, my endurance and with running. So now at least I knew where I am, and I knew that I have to follow this stream. My anchor point was that vehicle road that where are these next streams coming together to the junction. So basically I tried to get to that point, and it wasn't that difficult. It was very good, not very good, but how to say, it was very runnable here. So for me it was at the end it was quite good. I'm not sure why I stopped here. Maybe I just decided that I will just run along this stream a little longer, and I decided to climb up somewhere here. Yeah, no, okay, here. So here is the end of the road, so that's the point where I knew that I have to cross, and basically here I ran uphill until I saw this vegetation border. You could see that there is part of the forest that is, you know, like younger than the rest of the forest, and from there I basically run uphill all the way to control 3. So I will speed it up now because it will take me another maybe 2-3 minutes. It was uphill, so it wasn't really like fast pace, it was more of a walk. So at this point I was just following the edge of the clearing, and I was looking for the control. Finally I saw it. There was another, how you call this, tree trunk, fallen tree trunk, you know, rest of it, somewhere on my left, but that was probably smaller. Anyways, now to control 4, I think there was this option to go to the left along the roads, but I just decided to risk it and go along the contours. I think it seemed like a shorter route to me, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure, but I would say I was fairly successful in execution, so I was quite pleased with me, with myself. The issue, maybe a slight issue, was at the, you know, attacking the control. So I will speed it up, and when I will attack the control, I will say something more about it. So here I'm kind of trying to attack the control. It was a bit difficult. I was, let's say that the fence area was the anchor point, and then it was kind of difficult for me to really read the edge of the, you know, like more dense trees, which you can see on the on my right, and I was a bit confused, a bit unsure at this point. I was thinking that I'm maybe already there. I was expecting the control somewhere here. Not sure how exactly I decided to like continue up, but yeah, I was still judging according the fenced area. Now, as you can see, I decided to move along a little bit further, which was a good decision, and now I saw the control. It was really close, like 50 meters from me, but I didn't saw it through the foliage, let's say. Now, this one was a really long leg, and I did quite a mistake. So it will be nice to like explain you what happened. So here, instead of going back to the road, I just follow along the contours, along the how do you call it? Along this clearing, and I think I kind of read the edge of this valley properly. It was good, but I wanted to get here I should have kept my direction, but I think I lost it here. I think I lost my direction here, and I didn't know exactly where am I. So I decided to go too much to the right, and I basically here still it seems that I'm going correctly to the path, but what happens here is that I basically came up to this kind of path which was not on the map, and it was just remains of some one-time ride of some tractor, and they didn't put it as a regular path or a regular vehicle road. It was just a clearing in the on the map, and that's something I overlooked on the map basically. So I followed it almost to the end, but here it became clear that I missed something, and when I saw that it goes as a path somewhere down, I thought, okay, so I'm wrong. I went through this foliage and then down, and here again, like I didn't want to go uphill. Basically, I was lazy, so instead I followed that guy, and that was, I think, a mistake, because I lost actually some height because I was avoiding the foliage. So then I had to climb like 30 height meters along that fenced area that you can see on the map. So I will speed it up now a little bit, because I'm aiming for that big vehicle road which is on my left. So, and it will take me another maybe 2 minutes to get there. I think I should have gone through the foliage as he did, but well, whatever. At least I rested a little bit, because I was maybe a little bit tired. Here I think I missed the. I thought I'm on the big road, but then I realized that there is this fenced area and I have to go back. So yeah, I will speed it up. So here was another decision point. I wasn't sure if I will go along that vehicle road and then somewhere climb up, or if I go straight up along this path which is in front of me at first, but then it seemed that it's an obvious choice and easy choice. So I went there, I saw another runner going in there, so I thought that it will be probably best, and that it will be easier to attack the control like from above, let's say. So now I will speed it up again till we get to control, to the attack of the control 5, because now I'm just running along this road. So here I'm closing in to my attack point, which basically was like the end of this foliage area, or not foliage, like it's more of a, you know, young trees that are everywhere. So I knew that somewhere around that point where it begins the end of them, I should go and look for some kind of contourish place. So that's where I am, and I think I kind of it wasn't super precise, let's say, but I managed to do it. Here I stopped because I wasn't 100% sure, and I guess then at some point I saw the control and went there. So I think this was the first half or first quarter of this leg was not precise enough, and I lost some time, but then at the end the rest of this leg was okay, and I managed fairly easily to find the control. Again, now let's get to control 6. So the first thing was just avoid the thick forest or the young forest, which is basically not runnable. And then I knew that I will go along this path, or somehow along this path, and I will try to, let's say, find this contour that looks like small valley, let's say, and that I will go along it, and in that direction was basically control 6, and I think I managed to execute this plan pretty well. So let's move it a little bit, because again here I'm going uphill, and I'm just walking because I didn't have enough stamina to really run. So here I got a little bit confused. I noticed that vegetation boundary, but here was the path. That was still okay, but this forest on my left, I was expecting that it will be like a greenish forest, like it will be at least a little bit green. So I got a little bit confused, and then I looked left and I saw the control, and I was like, okay, maybe that's the control that I'm having, because it kind of sits, and it was really this small stone. And so I was happy that I found this control fairly easily. Now, to control 7, this was all downhill, but I had to pass some kind of messy areas there. So some parts were not really easily runnable, easily distinguishable where exactly I am, but since I knew that there was these fenced areas, there were these vehicle roads, so I had quite a lot of anchor points. So I'm not sure if there is much more to say. Basically, I try to keep my direction as much as I could, according to the bearing I took, and so I will speed it up a little bit, because I'm running, but it's a long leg, so it will take a while. So here I get to this narrow ride, which was on the map, and I knew where I am, which was cool. And now I'm just taking a bearing straight to control 7. Well, still I think I didn't get the right direction from the very beginning. I'm slightly off to the right. I was trying to read the contours here, but so I'm not really, running that fast. And here, when I was closing to the control, I saw some runners. So I was basically following that direction when I saw them. Here to control 8, I think I did kind of a
shit.
mistake again. So the first part, let's say the first 2 thirds are quite like straightforward. You cross these valleys from the streams, and then there is this path that goes all along the all along this stream, and I decided to go all along this path till the end because there was a refreshment station, and that I will decide there which way to go. Also, I wasn't quite sure if I should cross the stream and then go straight to number 8. I think I didn't like properly estimated the climb and how much effort it would be. So I decided wrongly, let's say. So I will speed it up, and then at the refreshment station I will say more. So here I took 2 cups, and then here I was deciding if whether I want to go to my right or to my left. If I would go to my right, I would have to climb maybe more steeply, but it would be shorter, right? And but from this point, it seemed to me that it's not that much shorter and it will be more difficult to climb. So I decided to go along the vehicle road, which was maybe easier to run, but it was definitely longer, and I lost some time here definitely. So next time I will maybe choose some shorter route, even with a slightly steeper climb. I will speed it up to control 8. There is not much to say now. So here control 8, yeah, it was hidden behind this small tree. Well, how to say that? I wanted to take a bearing and get to that narrow ride or small path. Again, I kind of got not how to say that. Like I was trying to avoid the foliage, and the small trees, so I kind of lost the direction here, I think. But let's say I found the narrow ride. So, and then I wanted to follow the path all along up to the junction, to that bigger vehicle road, basically. So that was quite an easy strategy. Here, many other runners had the same like idea, let's say, or I think it was kind of obvious for many of them. I had some kind of trouble reading the contours. That that's why I was stopping. I was trying to really understand the the surroundings, but I think it was not necessary. I think I could just run along the narrow ride, and then here when I got to the junction, I was just kind of unsure where exactly I am. Although this, green area was fairly easily visible. Maybe it was, I'm now on maybe 50 minutes in the race, so I was already tired. But here I got, when I was passing this small forest on my right, I was fairly confident at this point that I'm on the right path. So I will speed it up a little bit. Here again, I drank a little bit of water, but the control number 9 was easy because it was near this vegetation boundary, and you see this small young forest on your right, and basically it's old tree trunk or the rest of it. So I knew that it must be here. Now to control 10. Again, I thought that I will take a bearing and just run straight to the control number 10. Somehow the execution and the direction I took was not perfect, but hey, the control was easy because it was right next to that path. So yeah, I think I will just skip to control 10, and then I will describe control 11. So to control 11, let's say I was again too lazy to climb up along the road, although it was definitely the easiest, let's say from the navigation point of view, that was the easiest thing I could do. That small path would lead me straight to control 11, but I think I was too tired for that, and I decided to run straight along the contours. At the end, the decision was not that bad, but because of all these young forest and hedged areas where you basically cannot run, it was difficult and it was time consuming, and also I was tired, so it took me a while to get there. Also, as you can see, right before control 11 there is part of the forest is really green. That was really not possible, so I had to run around it, and I got kind of stuck there in some vines. Anyways, to find control 11 was again quite easy, so I will move it there. at this point it was fairly, it was obvious where the control is. So although I had these runners next to me, I was like, they must be running to a different control because my control is here, and it's absolutely obvious that it must be in this erosion gully. So yeah, I had to climb a little bit, but to me it seemed like a good choice. Certainly better than running uphill and then downhill. Control 12, not much to say. It was some kind of cliff, but it was like a mud cliff. It was more of like kind of erosion. The only difficult part was to get through this, green stuff, the young forest. It's full of branches, etc. It's not very visible through it. I should be there shortly. I had no difficulty finding the control here. I think I didn't even took a bearing on my compass. It was like fairly obvious where to go. Now to control, basically to the last control, I think there were like two choices maybe, to go to the right or to go to the left. So if you would go to the right, you would pass that fenced area from the right, cross the stream or the valley, and then climbed up. Somehow instead I decided to follow this boy who is in front of me. Basically we both got to this road, and then we crossed it, and we went to the left, and we crossed the valley on the left side of the fenced area. Running in this forest was okay, so I had no issue going that way. And since I was already here, and I was also following that guy a little bit, so it was fairly obvious at some point that he will go uphill along that road that is going from the fenced area. So basically that's what I did. I basically kind of followed his strategy. I was just trying to keep my I was just trying to keep myself oriented on the map, I was just trying to, okay, here I am, just keep the direction. It seemed good. So at the end, here I went uphill, and then along this path straight to the end. So if I would say something to this race, I think I didn't do any big mistake when trying to find the control or to attack the control. At least I'm not aware of it. I did couple wrong choices, that's for sure. Some of them were not that critical. I think the biggest issue was maybe from 10 to 11. There I might have did it or executed better. And also I think when I was running to control number 6 there, or it was number 5, yeah, it was from number 4 to number 5, there the execution was not good, and it was a long leg, so I think I lost a bit there. And otherwise it was like physically demanding race. It was long, a lot of climb, so it wasn't easy, but I enjoyed it. There were parts where you could run easily, and I enjoyed running. The weather was fine, still, you know, it's, let's say, early spring kind of, or middle of the spring, so the temperature was good for running, and certainly nice area for orienteering race. I thank you for watching, and I will leave you with the rest of the run. Enjoy, and see you next time. Bye.
No, tady z té dvojky na trojku, tady jsem udělal největší chybu asi. Tady jsem vůbec neměl běžet nahoru. A tady jsem přeběhl sem.